Richmond Gold 7 Lakes from Texas. From Florida, Gulf Breeze. Breen Track Club Falcons from Michigan. Rose City Wildcats from Connecticut. Ottawa Glandolf from Ohio. Murdoch Racing from North Carolina. Marquette Racing, Perrysburg, Ohio. Sunny Hills from Delaware. Wolverines from Georgia. South Farms from Connecticut. Willie Track Club from right here in Pennsylvania.
Oh, and we are seeing so many trip ups right here at the start. These athletes are just trying to find their own position, Kate. But that was really, really tough to see. We almost had a fall there.
Well, it's high nerves. Again, sometimes like just getting off the line safely is the hardest part of this race, because you expel some of that nervous energy and then you can settle in, find your rhythm, find your form. But glad to see that everyone did manage to stay on their feet. We should mention that that last team that I just hadn't quite gotten to there is First Capital Track Club from New York. That'll round out our group of 16 competitive teams here. And this is the Jackets. And that's Brody Bauman for Perrysburg High School. Behind them for Breen, that is KMohl. But Brody Bauman, large and in charge at the front of this race right now and stringing them out single file. So 3 athletes have separated themselves from the pack. Perrysburg's Bauman now getting overtaken. Breen Track Club Falcons. That's KMohl in the blue on the inside. And he's going to have the slight advantage over Kovacs coming up to the first exchange. Ooh, and a fast exchange on the outside there. Sunny Hills just snuck in. Teague and Kovacs set the tone for them. 157.52, just ahead of KMohl at 157.68. And it is those two and then the duo of Perrysburg and Portland working hard together behind. But the 2 in blue up front.
And that is exactly how you do it, Kate. You get that baton and you go ahead and cut over before you get mixed up in all of the madness. You accelerate and cut over, I have to say.
Yes, that part of it's very important.
Very important.
Well, they've settled into a more comfortable pace now. I shouldn't say comfortable. Nothing about an 800 is ever comfortable, but a little more measured pace, let's say, coming around the first 300 meters. That's Slepcevic up front. Lazo, Slepcevic. And he's trying to hold on to that top spot for his team under the lights. And now the rest of the field has resumed some contact with our leaders. Now Breen making the move yet again. That's Evan Ozaric in the pink shoes.
And Ozaric just trying to hold on now. You can start seeing his teammate, but he's getting further and further away at this point.
It'll be Sunny Hills holding on to their lead at the exchange. Daniel Brake is going to do anything but put the brakes on as he heads into the third leg here. For the 4 runners from Delaware, that was a 159.22, 159.40 for Breen. And then South Farms, and now it is the Wolverines from Georgia wearing that light kit with the W on the outside. We're seeing them for the first time.
Oh, and getting a little bit tripped up there after he was trying to make a move. But he was able to recover cleanly.
Well, the Wolverines did an interesting job there. They came around the outside and then slotted themselves in right on the rail. So trying to conserve some energy here, but they don't want to get caught up in this mess, to your point. And as I say that, look at the pass on the inside there.
He threw an elbow to get there.
That was
hip too.
That was a risky move for Michael Versacki. But they all stay on their feet. Sometimes it's just like, how many times do we have to play bumper cars before someone goes down?
Hey. You got to do it. Looks like they came from Brothers Track and Field. But they're showing everything but brotherly love there.
Well, you know, they're New Yorkers.
They're
There's
New
something
Yorkers.
about it. New Yorkers.
But they are in the city of brotherly love, Kate.
Well, they can make friends after the race is done. So it is Versacki now with that sneaky move on the inside, putting himself in top position coming around the top of the track. He's going to work hard to hold on to that lead. Looking pretty smooth right now. You can see a great shot of our athletes strung out, single file. Everyone just trying to barrel their way towards this final exchange. Strong run up front by Michael Versacki, and he is going to hand off to his teammate, and that is Jack Marchese. Another 157 split there, so that was a really powerful third leg for Versacki. 3 runners in tight contention here. Jack Marchese going to College of the Holy Cross, and he has run 155 mid this season. So 155.9 indoors from New Balance Nationals back in March, but looking really smooth right now, Serenity.
Yeah, they absolutely are, Kate. Brothers Track and Field. Now going into the final lap.
Hot on their heels, Andrew Bossett, one of the better 2-milers in the nation.
Keenan.
So into the final portion of this race. Marchese holding on tough.
Now there has been another lead change. And here these guys go. Now the final. Who is it going to be?
A tight finish there to the line. It's going to come down to a very close finish. Gulf Breeze Track Club out of Florida is going to be given the top position by less than 0.2 of a second. It looked closer than that to me, but it was the Breen Track Club Falcons who had given them the most trouble to work with. Brothers will come away with third, but Gulf Breeze, well, they weren't really part of that conversation for a lot of the race, and then
they were not.
Worked their way through with a 151.97. Well, that's might explain why. I mean, a great set of racing before that as well, but 151.9.
I mean, well, that's the glorious part about relays, Kate. I mean, you never really know. It's all up to that anchor leg. And that's kind of how the rest of the field just finishes. But those first 3 legs are the ones that set the tone.
They get themselves under the 750 mark at 749.82. And again, that means that the initial time set in that first section is going to continue to survive. 740.68 for Westfield Track Club.